your boy Drumma Boy, and I just jumped off the porch with dirty gloves. Hey, yeah.
I feel like I'm dreaming. Somebody pinch me. I still can't believe it. I put my.
So we got the legendary Drumma Boy back off the porch with us today, man.
Hey, man, always off the porch, man. This is where I started.
Yeah, man.
So it's always easy to come back.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming by yet again, man.
Yet again.
So
it's a pleasure to be here, though.
Yeah, no problem, man. So how would you describe your 2020? How'd last year go for Drumma Boy?
Man, 2020 opened a lot of eyes. I keep telling people 2020 kind of set the tone for where we need to be, where we should have been. 2020 was like cutting the grass. Now you can see all the snakes. You know what I mean? Some snakes got hit, but then there's a lot of snakes still living, but everything is visible. You know what I mean? You can kind of see what your problems are and how to solve those problems going forward. 2021, here we are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Starting the year off right with our election process, you know what I mean? In our sense, living in the state of Georgia, as well as the presidential election. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. You think, damn, election was a little minute ago. We still ain't sworn this man in yet.
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So just going through certain enlightenments, I call them, you know what I mean? And just seeing the light, understanding who's who, you know what I mean? And it's a blessing to understand who your enemies are, you know what I mean? To be able to see the snakes, man, it's just eye-opening.
Yeah. What'd you think of everything that happened on Capitol Hill a couple days ago, man?
Capitol Hill was crazy, but again, we knew that. I looked at it, I glanced at it. I started to get mad for a second, like, man, if that was us, we'd already been killed and da-da-da-da, and everybody, you know, took to it through social media. But I think we needed to see that just to see the difference. It's just, it's constant reminders and repetitive moments in our history that shows how we treat it. You know what I mean? And it's just really simple. You know what I mean? Even with the success of how we've progressed throughout the years as a whole, yet it's not any anger or animosity or, you know, no like retaliation or revenge that, you know what I'm saying, you see set in us as a people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like we the biggest inventors and creators and all these different skill sets and things that we're capable of doing, yet unable to create government and run government, you know what I mean? And you see it done in Bahamas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You see it done in a lot of islands and countries and whatnot, but you know, you gotta start somewhere with a city, understanding and controlling your own, you know what I mean? And empowering your people in some way, form, or fashion. So again, like, everything that's enlightening, everything that's meant and meaningful is taking you down the right road to whatever you see, whether that's the promised land, whether you see that as success, whether you see that as comfort and stability and security. But wherever you're trying to grow, you know, wherever you're trying to go, it's you gotta have rewards along the way, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. At some point.
Yeah, man. So how you feeling about this new year? 2021, man,
New
everything's
year 2021
fresh.
been a blessing, man. This is what, the 8th day after year, you know what I'm saying? And we already been going crazy. A lot of placements, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Pepsi, we did a big commercial for Pepsi.
I saw that, man. That was major right there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm super excited about that. Just tapping in with the NFL, the sports. I'm a huge sports fanatic, you know what I mean? So always being able to provide for that level of entertainment, and just seeing how big, you know, the agency that we're working with. Shout out to 1035, huge agency that includes so many different diverse cultures and ethnicities, and just putting it all in one pot and showing what we can do together. It's a huge example of unity.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, that was a major placement.
Yes,
Pepsi,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, 20 years later, man, what inspires you to, you know, to keep creating, to keep going at it?
What inspires me to keep going is technology for some reason. Like, I always was a tech kid, you know what I mean? Like, one of my first computers was Commodore. You know what I mean? And then I went from a Commodore to a Apple, and then I had an Apple and a Dell, and just, you know, even going from that to keyboards. My first piece of equipment was a Roland XP50. You know what I'm saying, workstation. And then going from that to MPC and understanding the Roger Lynn technology and the MPC and, you know, beating the feeling into the MPC. A lot of times kids now using Fruity Loops and like writing the patterns or the melodies in and whatnot. And that was something that I was doing at first. So getting a technology or getting a software like FL Studio, you know, took me back to my beginning. You know what I'm saying, time. So it's dope to kind of do things both ways, to feel it out, play the keys, play the pads, as well as being able to control the elements or write the elements just from your mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to me, that's what keeps me going is the technology, and obviously the younger producers that's doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Hit Boy. When I heard that Nas album, I was already a fan of Hit Boy, but particularly when I heard that Nas album, I was like it just took me to a whole nother, you know what I mean? So it's certain things like that. Mike Will, Metro Boomin, Jetson. I mean, it's so many up and coming young producers that's doing their thing, man. Shout out to the youth, you know what I mean? And just seeing so many people that making beats and in the trap form, like this is a genre of music I helped start and create. So to see so many people, this the way out now. When I was coming up, basketball, NBA, NFL was the way out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was doing music, but you see how many people making beats today, or it's, man, millions of people who tell me, man, I started making beats because of you. You know what I'm saying, bro? Thank you, bro. You the GOAT. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I hear that, that's motivation. Like, I did my job. I feel like when I hear that, I feel like how when I was looking at my grandfather at his 90th birthday. Firefighters, doctors, lawyers, all of these people coming up to this man like, thank you, Dr. Golson, for helping me change my life, for steering me in the right direction. And he was the principal at Fairmont Heights in DC. You know what I mean? So I always wonder what he did for people to say that. And to now have that same feeling and to be able to understand what that feeling feel like, you know what I'm saying? And why.
Yeah.
And to just see how many people in like how much of the youth I motivated to want to make beats. I want to make beats too. You know what I mean? That's what I do it for. That's what I know my purpose is on the earth.
All came full circle for you.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
And did you ever think 20 years ago, or however long it's been since when you first started, that this is where you would end up, man? Like, still making hit records 20 years later. I can't even count how many plaques you probably have.
Oh yeah,
you know
it's a lot of plaques that I haven't even ordered, and it's like, you know, it's a certain. Everybody see their life going certain ways and certain, you know what I'm saying, different directions and whatnot. And I feel like if it weren't for my brother, you know what I mean, and just how he guided me and taught me so much about the music and about just the equipment and how to move as a young man and so many different things. Like, I feel like he was my cheat code and just allowed me to keep, like, I was so green to a lot of things that it was just honestly all love. Like, I never started making beats for money or for fame, or so I never looked for certain things. I never expected my life to be a certain way. I was just happy with what I get, what I got, and what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And I think that has been my biggest upside throughout my whole career, is just staying humble and understanding and appreciating every moment and what I have. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be like, man, I want this, I want that, I want this. Like, I just got a new crib. You know what I'm saying? I utilize this shit out of my condo. Anybody who know me, who done recorded at my house, or done recorded at my studio, my condo, like it's the whole industry know or done been through my spot. At least one time, you know what I'm saying? Before House of Hits, before, you know what I'm saying, all of the, you know, House of Fresh and all that, like, everybody done been through my house. You know what I'm saying? Or at least heard about it. You know what I mean? So to see, like, how much and how how much work we got done, how much I capitalized off of having a spot, owning the spot. I still own that spot. Probably I'll never let it go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just what it put me in position to do. And this was something that I made a studio out of my second bedroom. You know what I mean? And it's been a better vibe there than some of the studios that I've worked in for long periods of time. You know what I mean? So to me, that's been like the glue is Big Bro, R.P. Ensayne Wayne. And just having that guidance, having that love and understanding, man, this something I do from the heart. You know what I mean? And I just became famous making beats. You know what I mean? It just came with the territory. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But it was never something that I expected or I, you know what I mean? Like even now, I don't have expectations for the future. I just do what I need to do every day. You know what I mean? And kind of plan towards certain things. But as far as expectations, that's when I think you do it for the wrong reason.
I feel that, man. What about goals? Do you set goals for yourself?
Absolutely. And every goal is like knocking it down. Anything that's written down or written on the chart, man, I've done everything I said I was gonna do. Some things we've been successful at, you know what I mean? Some things we haven't. You know, we tried a club. We tried, man, a kid's website. You know what I mean? The fourth website, we were the fifth largest kids website. Fourth largest website, sold for $40 million.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? So it's just certain things that you play around with and learn.
Yeah.
But I think you get it out your system. And man, my manager Squeak said all the time, like, man, these are things that you kind of got into after you've mastered and got your money. You know what I mean? It's like everybody, Michael Jordan, yeah, he gonna play baseball for a year. You know what I'm saying? Charles Barkley might enter the official US Open. You know what I mean? Like whatever you wanna do, but get your money. Solidify yourself, you know what I mean? And that was always first and foremost, like I'm gonna solidify myself in the game through respect, through projects, through relationships, through being heard, through traveling and doing any and everything I can to put my name and to put my stamp down, you know what I mean? And to rep my city, put on for my city. That's why records like Put On For My City with Jeezy, Kanye, Jay-Z are so special, you know what I mean? And just being able to come through for a lot of the guys who call. You know what I mean? Being able to deliver when somebody calls, that's everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Speaking of your city, Memphis, talk to us about the impact and influence Memphis has had on not only the culture, but just like rap music in whole today.
Man, coming from Memphis is like, that's like the gumbo pot for me. You know what I mean? Having country music right up street, Nashville, home of the blues. You know what I mean? Then you got the orchestra, my pop in the orchestra, my mom in the opera. Then you got the church, Baptist church, Methodist church, church choir. Then you got street music, you know what I'm saying? You got bluegrass, you got jazz, you got so many elements why I just call the music like gumbo, you know what I mean? And just distinctively creating a sound through all the places that I've been in Memphis. And I was exposed to every genre of music. You know what I mean? And that to me is the only reason why I was able to help create a genre of music. You know what I mean? Understanding all forms. 2 words, music appreciation. And a lot of us as producers aren't really familiar with those terms. Musicians are, but producers aren't. You know, or I should say beat makers aren't. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us get in the game, we just start making beats. We don't know chord, we don't know progressions, we don't know theory. We just copy MIDI files, make beats and whatnot, which is cool, you're making money. But appreciating music and music appreciation kind of takes you through the fundamentals of all music. And if you can make one genre, you can make another genre. If you can do this genre, you can do this genre. It's all patterns, melodies, and different articulations that are put together in a form of creation. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, you know, by not learning certain information, crutch themselves or hinder themselves from being able to take certain jobs like TV, film, sync, movies, movie scores, soundtracks, so many different other things, jingles, as opposed to just making trap beats. You know what I mean? And again, this was a genre that we, like, when I say we, Zaytoven, Fat Boy, Shot of Red, even Midnight Black, You know what I'm saying? DJ Toomp. You know, it's so many producers that was a part of that trap sound. Not the rap part. We ain't talking about lyrics, we ain't talking about nothing about the artist. Just the sound of it, to paint the picture. You know what I mean? When I got to Atlanta, people was like, man, boy, that shit you and Gotti got down. Me and Gotti painted the picture. Gotti was one of the first trap rappers I worked with and came up with. By the time I got to Atlanta, Jeezy was a fan, Tip was a fan, and Gucci was a fan. And them the top 4 trap rappers in my book: Gotti, Tip, Jeezy and Gucci.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And before that, it was Crunk. Everybody was Crunk, 3 6 Mafia. Lil Jon took Crunk to a whole nother level, and Crunk is a Memphis word. It's a Memphis term. Get Crunk, get Book, like, you know what I'm saying? So just seeing the evolution of sound, and I think my understanding the fundamentals was what allowed me to be so diverse in the music game. Where I get, okay, August Alsina called me, we do No Love, featuring Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? Usher called me, we do Stranger, give me my first Grammy. You know what I mean? Whitney Houston, Salute. People like, man, why you always saluting? Why you always saluting? Because I'm tired of the entire spirit. It's just something about it. You know what I mean? Like my dad in the Navy, it's practically the Army. You know what I mean? So you just have a way of, you know what I'm saying? My grandfather and the principal, so how I was raised was a way of respect, a man of honor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the respect thing, and it's crazy, like, You Ain't Missing Nothing, Tip album. Same production as Whitney Houston's Salute. R.Kelly tape, put his name on it. Just came out 6 months prior on Tip. Tip ain't want to do nothing. Atlantic Station ain't want to do nothing. What you get? So it's just business. And man, me and Tip laugh about it. Like, bro, Tip told me, like, man, bro, stop worrying about that shit, man. Like, what's gonna happen is gonna happen, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? And that's another person that helped me really understand spirit. Like, what's meant is already written. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing you can do about it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no lawyer. It ain't no like the money, the plaque. That's material shit. But a spirit's something that lasts forever.
Real shit.
That's what makes you immortal. And to be able to have that tie into Whitney, when Whitney told R.Kelly this her favorite piece of music, he wrote the song for her. But he wrote the song on my music, on my beat. And then just get his band to replay it. So when Salute came out, 3 million, it's the same exact music. You ain't missing nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just tying into spirits and looking at the consistency of elevation in my career and in my life, as opposed to having all this huge success and then living like in jail or incarcerated, like everything just taken from you just like that. Over 400 million, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a huge fan of R.Kelly, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why it'll fuck you up. It's be like, damn, bro, I this my nigga. Like, I call him, he called me. Like, I call R.Kelly phone, he pick up the phone. What's up, bro? Well, man, send me some more music. You gonna do me like that? You know what I'm saying? So certain shit will get to you, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like, imagine your homie snitching on you. This a nigga you been down with 18 years, 19 years, whoop, you know what I'm saying? I know folks locked up or just getting out, fresh out. You know what I'm saying? For motherfuckers snitching on, like, bro, we came up together, this is what we doing to each other. All because of the little birdie in the ear, something. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's the shit in the game that, you know, is distasteful.
Yeah.
But when you tie into the spirit, it's like, man, them little birdies over there constantly telling you blessed. Look at all the blessings you receiving. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't let up. Stay positive. Focus on the positive. Focus on the positive. So you know what I mean? Everybody need balance. And as a therapist, I consider myself a therapist. You know what I'm saying? There's rappers that no way they would have made the sound they made without me. or putting them in the mind frame or putting them in the mood, setting the tone or whatever. We got to do so much more as producers than just make a beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think, you know, diving into their life is the start, because now I got to listen to your music and see what's missing and deliver the void. I got to fill in the blanks. You got a whole lot of up-tempo, okay, we need some ballads. Or you got a whole bunch of ballads, all right, we need up-tempos. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got a whole bunch of street music, we need some club. You know what I mean? We need some music for the ladies. Whatever it is, we're gonna fill in the blank, you know what I mean? And sometimes working with a new artist is challenging to do something, or it might be kind of like against the grain to do something they ain't done before. Like, I don't wanna do that, I'm used to making these type of songs. I don't wanna rap on that type of beat. And you'll, like, a lot of the biggest hits will be songs that the artists don't even like.
A lot of them come up here and say that too.
That's crazy.
When I ask them about it, they be like, yeah, I didn't even like that stuff.
So as a producer, you gotta have the confidence to say certain things to a lot of artists. Some artists might come out like scary, or you don't wanna approach them a certain way or whatever, like, you know what I mean? But as a man and knowing who you are as a producer, or as a person, or as a therapist, or a helper, or a work for hire, whatever you wanna call me, get the job done. Period. Whatever it takes. No excuses. You know what I'm saying? And that's why people fuck with Drumma Boy.
Yeah, that's real. All right, I think fans have been asking for it, man. This Verzuz. They want Drumma Boy and Zaytoven.
Hey, I can't wait, man. Me and Zaytoven did a battle for the BMI. Shout out to Byron, shout out to Catherine, shout out to Marche. Everybody who made that happen, we had fun. I can't wait to do it again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously for the bigger masses of people, man, Verzuz. Timberland, Swiss Beats, send me my paperwork, man. Yeah. Y'all send Zaytoven his paperwork, whoever, you know what I mean? Y'all want to do it, let's do it, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm tired of talking about it.
The culture needs this, man. We got the Jeezy and Gucci.
It's gonna be a big ass history lesson.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Were you able to keep track of how many of your records got played during the Jeezy and Gucci Verzuz?
I think it was 5.
5.
I counted 5. I'm just on some.
They could have went 20 and 20.
Oh yeah, it was like 3 or 4 on both sides that they didn't play. You know what I'm saying? So it probably would have been at least 12, 13. They ain't want to make it no Drumma Boy Verzuz, man. You know they ain't want to do that, man.
Which one were you surprised that they didn't play? Was there any that kind of like, how are you not gonna play that?
I couldn't believe Guwap ain't play Beat It Up.
Okay.
But I can understand why, because Gucci wanted to keep his shit hard.
Yeah, you want to keep
it street. You know what I'm saying? But Beat It Up was like one of the biggest songs. Like, ooh, man, rich ass nigga with a mouthful of gold. It's a lot, you know what I'm saying? First Day Out was crazy.
Yeah.
But on the Jeezy side, what did Jeezy not play that we was tripping? Did he play Lose My Mind? I don't think he played Lose My Mind.
I don't think he did, no.
Yeah, that was
a big record too.
Yeah, Lose My Mind, I was like, ooh, or Me Okay. He was talking a lot of shit on Me Okay, you know what I'm saying? But both of them had great selections, so I ain't tripping, bro. Me and Gucci got over 200 songs. You can't play all this shit.
That's what I'm saying. They could have just
Jeezy got like 25, I think, or 30 songs. Like, you can't, it's too much, bro. If I play you every song I produce, it's always gonna be a beat. You be like, damn, I didn't know you produce. Damn, I didn't know you. Damn, I didn't know you. You can't keep up with Drumma Boy. You just can't. You know what I'm saying? My library, like, just check my Wikipedia, bro. This shit is a fucking dissertation.
It's like an encyclopedia.
Yeah, like, I'm not bullshitting, man. I had to goddamn, you know what I mean, realize it my own shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just keep going. I don't be looking back. I just be, you know what I'm saying? Whipping them motherfuckers. I don't look back, bro. Whatever I did in the past, all these companies coming trying to, man, you selling your publishing? You thinking about selling catalogs? Man, listen, man. I'm just putting new shit on the board. You know what I'm saying?
Still racking them up, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's I think 44 plaques we haven't ordered.
That you haven't ordered?
That I haven't ordered. I ain't got no room for it. That's why I'm finna build a ranch. So you gotta stay tuned for Drumma Boy Ranch. You know what I'm saying? We got them coming 2025. Goddamn, like straight up. We're gonna get about 30, 40 acres and just go crazy. It's gonna be like 20 A rooms.
20 A rooms. No B rooms, they all A rooms.
Nah, all A rooms, man. Straight A's. We don't make number A's over here, man. It's the XMen over here, man.
Talk to us about the Still Can't Believe It record, man, with the Rez and co-produced by Scott Storch.
Yeah, me and Scott Storch made the beat. Keys by Scott, drums by me, real simple. And that was the first time I went to LA after losing my brother. And Steve LaBelle had reached out, and it's crazy. I was like, man, let me plug you, woo, woo, woo. And Squeak and Steve been knowing each other, so man, shout out to management. And I remember hitting Squeak back like, hell yeah, man, I pull up on Scott Storch. He was like, man, y'all should get in the studio, do some shit. So we got in like 2-3 days, did like 12 beats. Went crazy, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, Ro James gonna pull up. Tell him pull up, let's do some shit. We did 2 songs. I got a song with Ro James too. And then Derez Deshawn pulled up. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hell yeah, man, he shouted out Hardaway, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? I got to do one with my boy. You know what I mean? So it was only right, you know what I mean? And he pulled up to Scott Storch's house, you know what I'm saying? And Scott just let me in the room. When I got there, Scott was like, man, this the room, da, 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 da. He just left me in that motherfucker. He's like, man, you need some weed, need whatever. I was like, shit, I'm looking around, I rolled up, and just started making loops. Just different drum loops and shit. So by the time he came in there, he was like, yo, that last shit you was just playing, go back to that. And then he just started playing. It was crazy. And he playing just like this with the joint in his hand.
Yeah, we see the videos,
man, he always got the joint in the hand just like this and will not drop that motherfucker or won't hit the wrong key. If he do hit the wrong key, that shit sound good as a motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Scott don't fuck up. It's crazy, man. Like, that shit was like a privilege. You're not just walking in Scott Storch's house. He only working with like the spirits, I say. I get tired of saying, man, we working with people. You working, man, what we on, you working with the spirits. When you come work with me, you working with the spirits. We tapped into something different. You know what I'm saying? Scott Storch, man, we see eye to eye. Me and Brian Michael Cox, we see eye to eye. When we get together, it's dangerous, dog. Me and my guy Mars, 1500 and nothing, me and Rance, it's certain people, man. Me and Justice League together. Me and DJ Toon. I'm just naming some of the collabs I got. Just on just me and Scott Storch, we still got 6 in the hole. Like,
it's crazy.
Like, it's just you fucking with the spirits, cause we know too much. You know what I'm saying? And once you do it again and again and again and again, success is repetition. So it's like, that's like I'm Kobe of beats. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the good thing about us, we don't get old.
Just get better.
My music is timeless, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Quincy did something at Thriller at 50. You know what I'm saying? I'm years away from 40. I'm you know what I'm saying? So it's just a blessing, man, like to just have fun and just doing what you're doing, just constantly. Like, you'll never take the kid out of me. You know what I'm saying? You'll never take that fun out of me. You know what I'm saying? You can't, like, that's what they want to do, squeeze you dry. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give y'all too much game, but don't let them squeeze you like that motherfucking toothpaste tube. You know what I'm talking about? They can't. When you got that muscle, can't squeeze me out.
All right, so Kevin Gates just dropped the song "Give It All I Got," produced by you. How'd that one come about?
That was me and Kevin Gates did that song probably like 2017, maybe top of 2018, and I was actually trying to work out something with Kevin Gates and Jeezy, cause Jeezy wanted that beat.
Really?
So Jeezy ended up recording something to that beat, and Kevin Gates was like, "Yeah, man, we can do it." So we was trying to work out taking one of Kevin Gates' verses from the "Give It All You Got" for the Jeezy song.
Oh wow!
But then the Jeezy song turned into him getting Master P on it. So
okay, I remember that
Jeezy
one. Yeah,
Master P Gone. That's the same exact beat.
Oh shit.
So Kevin Gates just put it out just for free, like, you know what I'm saying? Just letting niggas know like this was the song. It was so many people requesting to just have that song put out. You know what I mean? And that's what's so dope about Kevin. He was like, man, I'll give y'all that music. Cause like fans will be on your ass to drop some music. If they get a little teaser or a little sneaker, You know what I'm saying? I think Kevin Gates had did a video of him in the car. You know what I'm saying? And teasing, like, yeah, nigga, Kevin Gates, Drumma Boy. And the fans just was going crazy for that shit. So I was pushing for that too. But you know how, like, sometimes labels will move slower than you. You know what I mean? Like, you might want to get a record out and then a whole year go by.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, damn, so as a producer, ain't nobody buy this beat yet. Jeezy on me, shit. Jeezy done took care of the business. And then Jeezy was like, well, shit, I'm gonna get a song to Master P. I'm gonna just feature on it. And Master P ended up handling the business.
Yeah.
Like, soon as I tell Master P the price, that's another thing. Like, Master P handle his business. People who handle your business if you want it, Rick Ross, told him the price, she was in my account. Them the type of guys I work with. Stand up guys, man. You want something, okay, pay me for this shit.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I'm saying? Every time you pay me fucking 20,000 and you make $1 million, that's a cool turnaround. You know what I'm saying?
Can't
Nigga
complain
wondering
with
why I
that.
got there, damn, John, you 20,000. Nigga, shit, let's do the work, follow the fucking sequence, follow the blueprint, nigga, put some money in marketing behind this motherfucker. Let's pay the right people. You can't, like, people want to do shit on their own, this and that, and then get mad they done fucked out 50, 60 bands paying the wrong people. When you could have paid 20 or 30, came this route and listen and be straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, it's a process. Somebody like Rocco, he understood the business, man. Before I didn't even know Rocco was mixing and mastering the record. He had already been through 7 clubs, promoting that motherfucker everywhere. Like, this was the #1 song. You just do you. I'ma do me. Soon as we left the studio, cause he knew what he had. You know what I'm saying? And he believed in it enough to put his money up. You know what I'm saying? So you might have spent, I think he said, man, I was 200-300, like, in on I'ma Do Me. Drum, that record ain't work itself, Drum. Like, I'm 200-300 in. We go pick up a $1.5 million deal.
True.
So whatever you putting your money into, you putting it into yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you pick that shit up on the back end. A lot of, you know, some people ain't gonna. You know
Some people just don't believe in themselves, though, too.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They're scared they're gonna lose that money. Yeah.
Facts.
Who are some other artists you've been cooking up with lately?
Stay Solid Rocky, we went crazy. We did Viola on that particular project. I just did something for YBN Almighty J.
Okay.
We just did one. I'm really working on like a Drumma Boy and Friends album. So the Still Can't Believe It featuring Derez and Sean. We did the record with Ro James. I got a record with Migos. Got a record with Dolph and Gucci, Crazy. I got another record with Tink. Can't wait to let the people hear that. We got Twist on that one.
Oh, wow.
We just got Luda vocals in, you know what I'm saying? Working on something special with that. A little bit of everybody, Mulatto. We've been
These
in.
are new records. These aren't
Yeah. This
some holds.
This new.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And just going crazy, man. Songwriters getting crazy songs together and just doing a little bit more than, you know what I'm saying, producing.
Yeah.
And you know, on the executive side, we got projects like Nucci out of DC dropping, Looney Baby out of Milwaukee. That drops on the 30th of January, titled Swindle Season. Executive produced by me. I'm super excited about that. He got a record out with King Von.
Okay.
Like just hit 1.2 million, going crazy, on a drill. I think y'all heard that record. So, you know, Looney Baby featuring King Von, that's going crazy. We got Young Buck, back on my Buck Shit 3, looking like dropping February. Black History Month gonna be crazy.
You got them lined up already, huh?
Black History Month gonna be crankers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited, man. 2020 just starting off on the right. You know what I'm saying? It's something about it. It's almost like 2020 was a preseason. You know what I mean? And you was able to see who's who, see what's what. Don't get your shit situated. 2021, like, all right, game time.
Yeah.
And we starting off 1-0. You know what I'm saying? We looking for the next game and we preparing for the next game. You know what I'm saying? It's about preparation.
Yeah. Is there anybody that you haven't worked with yet that you've just been dying to get in the studio with?
#1, gotta work with the Queen.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta work with the Queen. You know what I'm saying? I got Jay.
Yeah.
I got to get the Queen. So I'm gonna keep speaking that, you know what I'm saying? And Whitney, them spirits, when I speak on them spirits, remember this interview, this time next year, just, hey, you know what I'm saying? Remember what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right.
All right, so you've been posting these inspirational quotes on the IG, man. I want to read one to you and just kind of get some more insight on it, man. You wrote, hiding how you really feel and trying to make everyone happy doesn't make you nice, just makes you a liar.
Oh yeah. When you a lot of times, like, as a work for hire, you want to make all your customers, your clients happy. So you get caught in that before making yourself happy. You know what I mean? And then it's like you kind of turn into something, or you might say certain things that, I don't know, like you lying to yourself. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the business, everything done. But you're like, hey, Drum, you good? Yeah, I'm cool, man, I'm straight. I really might be aggravated as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, nobody want to hear no complaining ass nigga, not get it done, excuses. You know what I'm saying? Lagging in effort. You know what I mean? There's certain things that shit just don't. Where I come from and how I was raised, it just don't even apply. It's like non-existent. You know what I'm saying? Get the shit done. Mm-hmm. Period. My dad will give me some shit to do, and nigga, don't come back to me until that shit done. Period. You know what I mean? So that's how I treat my work and my work ethic. You know what I'm saying? If you hire me, that's what I'm paid to do, is get the job done. You know what I'm saying? And I always put in more than what you pay me for. You know what I mean? Because you get so involved in it that sometimes you believe in it more than the person who paying the money. And that's when you lying to yourself, like, bro, this shit ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? Might not be that the talent ain't there, might not be that the funds and the money ain't there, but the effort on their end. You can't believe in somebody more than they believe in themselves and expect it to work.
That's real.
You lying to yourself.
Mm-hmm. All right, Drum, what else you working on, man? House of Fresh, still going crazy right now.
Absolutely.
Still got House of Hits, right?
Man, House of Fresh.
That's
House
it?
House of Fresh. You know, we kicked off the studio House of Hits. That was a favor for a favor.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? Now that thing booming, everybody working now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do, man. We share and use this platform to uplift new entrepreneurs and business owners. You know what I'm saying? You know, House of Hits doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? House of Fresh, that's me. And it's just been a blessing to take the fashion and be able to give back to the fashion world how I came up. I came up at Just a Feet. That was one of my first jobs. You know what I'm saying? Selling shoes, selling J's and whatnot. So being able to give back that fresh and showcase upcoming black designers, you know what I'm saying? We so Gucci'd out and so Burberry'd out and whatnot, to be able to showcase, Giovannico right out of Memphis. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many, Isaac and more. I can name millions of brands that's, on the come up and doing their thing. So I wanted to use that platform to showcase us and then showcase, just our style and what we got in our own backyard. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you want what's over the hills and mountains, but you don't realize what's in your own backyard. You know what I'm saying? We got nail designers, we got hairstylists, we got, you know what I mean, massage parlors and all type of things in our own world that we got to do business with us and keep the hoods, you know what I mean, flourishing.
Mm-hmm. Real shit.
Straight up.
All right, Drum. Any shout outs, any last words before we wrap it up?
Oh, man, check out the website, drummaboy.com. Definitely follow us on the YouTube channel, subscribe at Drum Squad TV. And follow me everywhere on all social media at Drumma Boy Friends.
I feel like I'm dreaming. Somebody pinch me.